So the season is changing. Season's changing. It's becoming spring.
Life isn't always about the details. Sometimes it's about nothing specific. So what are you doing? Nothing specific.
It's becoming spring, and what that means is I might take up my cold showers again. There's something to the whole cold shower thing. There's something to the whole cold shower thing. It definitely wakes you right up. Absolutely, without doubt. It wakes you right up. If you're groggy, how many times have you been groggy and you woke up in the morning and you took, a warm or a hot shower? When you come out of the shower, still a chance that you're a little groggy. Still a chance that you're a little groggy. Still a chance that you're a little groggy. Right? Am I right? Still a chance you're a little groggy. You take a cold shower, no more groggy. Not an ounce, not a shred, not an iota, not no, the grogginess is gone. Absolutely gone. First of all, that's first. It's like, it's a shot of wake the F up cold shower. It's absolutely a shot of wake the F up. The second thing, people, and I think people don't know how the cold shower thing is supposed to be done. It isn't a good thing to turn the water on, freezing cold and then step into that. That's not a good thing. That could shock you. It's definitely, that's going to shock you. And you'll never want to do it again after that first time. And that's the point. The point is to be able to continue it in the same way. Like if you go to the gym, and you try to bench 300 pounds on your first day in there and you break your clavicle, you're not going back to the gym. Broken clavicle. You're not going back to the gym. Same thing with, if you go try to take a cold shower and you put the water on freezing cold and then you try to step into it. No, man, no. Gigantic mistake. What you do is you get in the shower and, you're taking your normal shower, hot shower, whatever, 3, 4, 5, 8 minutes, whatever. You're taking your normal hot shower. Then at the end of the shower, once you've showered, you gradually turn the temperature down. You gradually turn the temperature down because what that does is that allows your body, your skin, whatever, your body and skin to acclimate to the temperature going down. And then when it's at the coldest point that you feel you can, endure, you make it a little colder. When it's at the coldest point you feel you can endure, you make it a little colder. Now what you're going to be doing is you're going to be shaken. Okay? You're going to be trembling. What is it called when it's really cold and people are, I don't know, trembling? Jittering? I don't know. You know what I'm saying. You're going to be doing that. But here's the thing that people don't know about the cold shower thing. You don't have to do that. That's going to make you colder. That's going to make you feel colder anyway. You're not going to actually be colder, but it's going to make you feel colder if you're trembling as a result of the coldness. You can control that. My advice, don't tremble. Notice yourself trembling and stop. Notice yourself trembling and stop. Now, once you've stopped trembling, something happens in your mind. Your mind sort of tells you or tells yourself, like, well, wait a minute. Aren't I supposed to be trembling? It's freezing cold. It's freezing, this water. Shouldn't I be trembling? I'm supposed to be trembling, right? Why am I not trembling? And in this moment that you're having this internal conversation and you're not trembling, that, as far as I'm concerned, that is 50% of the whole reason and the the benefit of taking the shower. It's that, of taking the cold shower, it's that mental conversation. Because during that mental conversation, that freezing cold water is hitting you, but you're enduring it. What you've done is you've taken, the consciousness out of your freezing body, and you're engaging, you're using the energy of that consciousness, and it's all in your mind. You're having a mental conversation with yourself. Wait, why am I not trembling? Shouldn't I be trembling? This water is freezing cold. Something happens in your mind. Wait a minute. I have more control over my body than I thought. I don't have to tremble. And that will the duration of that mental conversation will increase the amount of time that you're able to endure the cold water. Now, I'm not saying you're going to stop trembling altogether, but you can. But what's likely to happen is you'll go back and forth. You'll tremble a little bit, then you'll have the conversation, then then your mind will remind you, wait a minute, bro. This water is freezing. Then you'll start trembling again. Then, if you're able to continue the conversation, but wait, I don't have to tremble. All of this will increase the amount of time that you're able to withstand the cold water beating on you. Right? Last but not least, once you turn that cold water off, that is a massive reward. So think about what you've just done, these 3 steps. Think about what you've just done. Step number 1, you've allowed yourself the courage, to try the experiment. That's it. You've taken a small risk first thing in the morning. Okay, you've challenged yourself, and it's pretty major. It's pretty major. It's major if you've never done it. It's cold shower. It's pretty major first thing in the morning. You've taken, you've given yourself a challenge first thing in the morning. Second thing, while the cold water is hitting you, you've sort of, lack of a better word, isolated or concentrated your consciousness in your mind by, engaging yourself in this conversation when you recognize the fact that you don't have to tremble. When you're able to just decide, so the cold water is hitting me, I'm not going to tremble. I'm just, I'm going to let the cold water hit me for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds without trembling. In doing that, it's massive, man. It's massive. You sort of break, for just a moment, you break the unseen, how can I put it? You break the unseen mind-body Like, you go around thinking, essentially all day, every week, every month, every year, you go around thinking that you are your body. That's the human being's general conception of him or herself, that he is his body. She is her body. We consider ourselves to be our body. That moment in the shower where you decide in your brain not to tremble, and you sort of make that mental decision and you stop trembling, and then you notice, well, wait a minute, why am I not trembling? Something weird happens if you're allowed to notice it, or if you allow yourself to notice it. You sort of recognize, wait, there's some weird distance between my mind and what goes on in my mind. There's some weird distance between that and this body, and that's spiritual, man. In case you've ever wanted for a straight out, at least partial, a straight out partial definition of what spirituality is, because spirituality is everybody's favorite word these days. In case you've ever wanted like a hardcore definition of, at least partial definition of what it is, that's partially what it is. What it partially is the recognition of the fact that you are not your body. There's something else. And it's not, the brain is part of the body. You can touch the brain. You can see the brain. You can weigh it. But your mind, the thing that's in that cold shower, wondering why your body isn't trembling as the freezing cold water hits your body, your mind, that's not the brain. That's not your body. That's something else. And if even if you have that momentary recognition of that something else, that's huge. That's a huge moment. Number three, turning off that cold water and stepping out of the shower after having endured it for however long you did. And by the way, my understanding is 4 minutes, which is an eternity. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I've never been able to make 4 minutes. 4 minutes of enduring the coldest temperature that you can. 4 minutes is a big deal. This is what my understanding is. Scientifically, I guess biologically. 4 minutes of enduring it. 4 minutes seems like nothing. But in the shower, underneath that cold water, 4 minutes is an eternity. Me, I try to do 90 seconds, man, 2 minutes. I don't think, I've actually made 4 minutes. And when I've made 4 minutes is when I have disattached my mind from what is happening in the moment. What do I mean by that? Okay, so you can't help when you're in the shower and you're taking a cold shower. You can't help but be super, super present. This is another benefit of cold showers. You can't help but be super, super present to what's going on. It's a difficult thing to be being blasted by freezing cold water first thing in the morning and allowing your mind to wander, thinking about later in the day, thinking about yesterday, next week, last month, chores you got to do. Difficult to do because, it's such a visceral, such an immediate activity that you're engaging in, allowing this freezing cold water to bomb you. tough to let the mind wander, but I've done that. I've been able to start thinking about some other stuff, which I can't quite say is the point of the exercise, but I've done it. And when I'm able to do that, I'm able to stay in there longer. In the same way, if you're taking a regular shower, like a warm shower, a hot shower, because the water, sort of feels good, at some point it sort of becomes a non-entity. You don't even really think about the fact that you're taking a shower. It's all sort of happening automatically. You're soaping yourself up, washing your hair, whatever you're doing, you've done it so many times that you don't think about it. You're not even thinking about it. You start thinking about, like I said, your day at work, yesterday's day at work, or whatever you did last night, whatever you want to do tonight, the weekend. And then, before you know it, you're out of the shower, you're drying off, and it's almost like you don't even remember taking a shower. I've had that same sort of thing with cold showers, but again, I don't claim to be some kind of expert, but my feeling is the point, part of the point of a cold shower is to be present. Be present in the cold. Be present in the cold. That's it. That's what I got. It's another freezing cold episode.
Thanks for watching, and you can listen to all the episodes on your favorite podcast app. Go download and subscribe to Nothing Specific with Trevor David Houchen.
Be present in the cold. That's it. That's what I got. It's another freezing cold episode. Nothing Specific with your boy Trevor David Houchen. Peace and blessings, guys.